கிழக்கு மாகாணத்தில் உள்ள வளங்களை பயன்படுத்தி உணவு உற்பத்தியை அதிகரிப்பதற்கு 2 வருடங்களுக்கு தேவையான திட்டங்களை முன்னெடுக்க உள்ளதாக பிரதமர் தினேஷ் குணவர்த்தன தெரிவித்தார். உணவு பாதுகாப்பு மற்றும் போஷாக்கை உறுதிப்படுத்துவதற்காக கிராமிய பொருளாதார மறுமலர்ச்சி நிலையங்களை வலுப்படுத்துவதற்கான பல்துறை இணைந்த பொறுமுறை தொடர்பான புதிய கிராமம் புதிய நாடு தேசிய ஒருங்கிணைந்த அபிவிருத்தி வேலைத்திட்டம் தொடர்பான மட்டக்களப்பு மாவட்டத்திற்கான முன்னேற்ற மீளாய்வு கலந்துரையாடல் பிரதமர் தினேஷ் குணவர்த்தன தலைமையில் மட்டக்களப்பு மாவட்ட செயலகத்தில் நடைபெற்றது. இதில் பலர் கலந்து கொண்டிருந்தனர். இதன்போது வறுமை ஒழிப்பினை நோக்காக கொண்டு அறிமுகப்படுத்தப்பட்டுள்ள அஸ்வஸ்ம திட்டத்தில் தெரிவு செய்யப்பட்ட பொதுமக்கள் வங்கிகளில் எதிர்நோக்கும் பிரச்சினைகள் குறித்தும் ஆராயப்பட்டதுடன் அவற்றினை தீர்ப்பதற்கான வழிவகைகள் குறித்தும் ஆராயப்பட்டது.
dengan gubernur teman yang awal nomor sebagai kuliah dalam kuliah di kuliah dalam பங்குபெற்றல் அபிவிருத்தி வேலை திட்டத்தின் அடவினர்கள் அந்த முறையில் மட்டக்களப்பு மாவட்ட அபிவிருத்தி ராஜாக்கள்
இலங்கையை பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் உணவு உற்பத்தியிலே மட்டக்களப்பு மாவட்டமும் விசேடமான உணவு உற்பத்தியிலே கவனம் செலுத்தி வருகிறது. அந்த அடிப்படையிலே பிரதானமாக நெல் உற்பத்தி, தானிய உற்பத்தி, மீன்பிடி உற்பத்தி, அதே போன்று மரமுந்திரி, தெங்கு, பனை, பொருளாதார உற்பத்தி போன்றவற்றிலே முன்னுரிமை அடிப்படையிலே செயலாற்றி வருகிறோம். மட்டக்களப்பு மாவட்டத்தினுடைய ஒருங்கிணைப்பு தலைவரின் அடிப்படையிலும் அதேபோன்று மட்டக்களப்பு மாவட்டத்தினுடைய ஏனைய அரசியல்வாதிகள் அதிகாரிகளுடைய ஒத்துழைப்போடு முடியுமான வரைக்கும் உணவு உற்பத்தியிலே பாரிய பங்களிப்பை எங்களால் ஆற்ற முடிகிறது. அதற்கான ஒத்துழைப்புகளையும் உதவிகளையும் மத்திய அரசாங்கமும் குறிப்பாக ஜனாதிபதி அவர்களும் பிரதமரும் எமக்கு தந்துவாக நம்புகிறேன். சொல்லுங்க.
Advisor Mr. Battakoda and our provincial secretaries and provincial directors and our divisional secretaries, additional GA and director planning and our head of departments of achieve 123. We compare the chili, cowpea and black production. We have cattle 3,14,013. Progress up to date this month 103. So our achievement 91%. Creation of industrial or agricultural
family is applied 152. 152 applied. The number of families updated 145. Beneficiaries selected. 73,000 you are given approval. Those who did not apply, perhaps you would have had people who have not applied. Objection received, appeals received. Appeal received could be in your district, particular. Everyone is not coming to the town. Some are in the villages. Some are unaware whether this is happening unless they have some other communication. What I am trying to ask is letter issued to the bank and account open 43,000. Letter issued to the bank is by the AGA. By the AGA. How does the AGA know that the bank has issued, bank has opened the account? Yeah. Tell me madam from my AG division. Tell me what has happened. Number. You can give the letter. You have to give the letter. So you give the letter, right? And they take it to the bank. How do you know whether the bank has done the work to open the account? Yeah.
Start this work and do it on a pilot project and complete and give to the Honorable Prime Minister.
That means already started. So main issue here, normally banks, all
administrations and GA, Mr. Batakoda, Chief Secretary, and all the other officials. Good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum. Aiboban Vanakkam. First of all,
couple of minutes. Our name is not in the agenda, and we have a couple of minutes.
You can speak your message.
From the
Any question you want, you can ask me, you can ask the
I'm
chairman.
not going to ask any question.
All
I'm
of us
going
are
to
here. That's
tell
why
you something about
please,
my district.
Can you, yeah, you can.
Honorable Karnakaram and I have been trying very hard to contribute to this district and also that's only for the upliftment of our people. But however, sir, we have many challenges that we face in this district. Primarily, sir, I'll give you a few examples. I mean, if I don't address this at this forum, there is no other forum that I can bring it up in. Primarily, we have major issues, sir, because now as opposition MPs, I attend 10 divisional meetings. There are 10 divisional secretariats which are primarily Tamil. I attend all 10. Now there is a conflict between the divisional chairman and the district chairman. So some decisions that are taken at the divisional level are not implemented at the district level. So there is absolutely no point in us attending some of these divisional meetings. Some decisions that are taken at the district level are not implemented in the divisional level because there is a conflict. So you must resolve this, sir, because if you cannot resolve this, then there is absolutely no point in us attending these meetings and spending our time. So this is number one. And number two, sir, you were also part of the meeting that we had with His Excellency the President, where we spoke about some issues. Primarily, we spoke about some issues to do with archaeology land. So, and President gave us an undertaking that archaeology will not be an issue, and that places like Mahavihara and all that would be developed first. But however, just last week, 2 young people were arrested from Mavadivembu, saying that they were working inside the archaeology land. Now they have been arrested and they have been remanded till the 4th of September only because they have entered a place of worship and they have renovated some little plot of some little part in the temple. So now that is the issue in Batiklo. Then with the military lands occupying lands, President said that land should be given. But just 2 weeks ago in Kayankani, in Batiklo in the Vahare division, new signs have been erected by the military saying that land belongs to the army and that the fishermen can't enter. At the same time, the Kayankani Saraswati. Now I have a few letters that I will hand over to you, sir, regarding these matters. And number 3, Honorable Karnakaran has raised it within the pasture land. Let's say temple or people coming is not the issue. Land belonging to Mahavali, nobody can encroach. It doesn't matter if it's a temple. So we even have a court case, court order that prohibits people from encroaching land within Mahavali. Now who is allowed these people yesterday to take a JCB, one of those excavation machines, and to clear forest? Now if the same thing that a farmer from Batiklo does that, they will be under arrest. Now who are these people behind this? So there is no point in giving us assurances at the President's meeting if on the ground, sir, these things continue. I'm only raising this because you were also part of the meeting. Now next thing is finally, sir, there have been some projects that I brought into this district with overseas funding, which have been blocked by your own agents in the district. I don't want to get into blame game. I have already informed the Honorable Governor. Thankfully, there is a new governor that we can actually work with, who actually listens to us and who's working with us very closely. So it's actually a lot better than it was 6 months ago during the period of Mrs. Yahampad, because we had no relationship with her. So some of these malpractices that are happening, sir, I have written to you. I have 13 letters here that I have brought to you, sir. And unfortunately, I haven't received a response from the Prime Minister's office regarding these matters. Now, we have brought investments to this district to increase the output of milk production. But just due to political personal vendetta, political influence, these projects have been stopped. There's a Canadian investor who is he's telling me off on a daily basis because he has brought 100,000 Canadian dollars to the country. Now the dollar has depreciated by 50%. He's also unable to take that money back. Why? It's only because a letter was issued by one of these people who are right next to you on that stage. They have issued a letter saying don't approve this project with no basis. All approvals are given, just one letter. Now if you are going to allow that, sir, based on the power that you have delegated to these districts, if you are going to allow that, and also I don't want to go into detail because I know you are short of time, but I have 13 matters that I have here on a file, which I will hand over to you. 13 matters. I sincerely request that the Honorable Prime Minister appoint a committee to investigate these allegations, because now every district development committee meeting in this district has become a joke. Every day there is some fight, because there is no democracy in this district development committee meeting. Today I am being very patient because I don't want to disrupt a meeting that you are here in. But normally we have been locked out of the district secretariat and the meetings have continued. Right? Court cases have been filed. My secretary here, there's a court case that's filed against him saying that he obstructed government officials. Sir, if you're not going to now, because it is your first visit to Batiklosa, we welcome you. We are thankful that you are here. This Alut Ratak program, I wish you all the very best. And we didn't want to cause a problem here. But if these issues are not addressed by the next meetings, unless I have asked the President also, if you don't appoint a committee, where do we go? If there's allegations against the very people who are running the district, then who do I tell about this? The President, I have informed him. These fall on deaf ears. In terms of fisheries, there's corruption. In terms of land grab, there is corruption. And unnecessarily the government officials and us get into a conflict because there is pressure on the government officials to turn a blind eye towards corruption because they are worried that people in power will then blame them. So now then I get into a conflict with the government officials. So this is an unnecessary thing, sir. So I am handing over this to you. My request is, sir, to appoint at least appoint an assistant secretary from the ministry who will be independent, because unfortunately our GA is also, she can't go against the district's appointed person because she has to work with the district appointed person. So we can't ask her to investigate these things. So please appoint somebody, sir. Otherwise we will have to be on the, because now I am asking you very kindly at this meeting with all these documents. I am only asking for a space to be created where these allegations can be investigated. Otherwise every meeting there is a conflict. Some of the words that are used at this meeting, I am a parliamentarian. I am a parliamentarian. I represent the party that got the highest number of votes in the district. I got the highest preferential votes in the party. But some of the language that people who are sitting right beside you have used against me, I have only been patient. So and that is the reason why I am sitting here as a sign of protest. So if our democratic opinions are going to fall on deaf ears, sir, then we will have to be on the streets next time. So I'll hand over this document, and if just like the usual thing, if the attitude is going to be Hari okay, we'll sort it out. If that's the attitude, sir, I am very sorry, but the next time your visit will not be this pleasant. Thank you.
Okay. Vanakkam.
ගරු ආග්‍රාමාතුමන් ප්‍රමුඛ විශේෂාටම මගේ ආදරණීය අවසරය.
மட்டக்களப்பு மாவட்டம் 6,50,000 மக்களை கொண்டது, 2,000 குடும்பங்களை கொண்டது.
මඩකලපු දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ ගත්තොත් ලක්ෂ 6,500ක් විතර තියෙනවා.
அந்த வகையில் இந்த மாவட்டத்தில் முக்கியமாக மீன்பிடி, விவசாயம், கால்நடை வளர்ப்பு போன்றவை பிரதான தொழில்களாகும்.
ඒ වගේම තමයි මේ දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ ප්‍රධානම ජීවනෝපාය විදියට තියෙන්නේ කෘෂිකර්මය, ඒ වගේම දීවර කර්මාන්තය සහ ගව පාලනය.
2 லட்சம் குடும்பங்களில் 80,000 குடும்பங்கள் இந்த விவசாயம், மீன்பிடி, கால்நடைகளை தங்கி வாழ்கின்றார்கள்.
ලක්ෂ 2 පවුල ගත්තාම මේක 80,000කට විතර පවුල් මේකින් තමයි එපිලා ජීවත් වෙන්නේ මේ ග්‍රාමීය ආර්ථිකයත් එක්ක.
அந்த வகையில் இங்கு பிடிக்கப்படும் மீன்களுக்கு சரியான விலை கிடைப்பதில்லை.
ඒ අනුව බැලුවම මේ ගන්න දීවර මසුන් වලට, මාළු වලට නිසි මිලක් පාලන ක්‍රමයක් නැහැ.
இந்த மாவட்டத்தில் 2 லட்சம் பெரும்போக வேளாண்மை செய்யப்படுகின்றது. 80,000 காலபோகம் வேளாண்மை செய்யப்படுகின்றது.
යලකන්න සහ යලකන්න විදියට ගත්තාම ලක්ෂ 2ක් 80000ක් විතර වගේ තමයි කුඹුරු යාය කරනවා.
வேளாண்மை செய்யும் கமக்காரர்களுக்கு இங்கு சரியான முறையில் சரியான நேரத்தில் பசலைகள் எண்ணெய்கள் கிடைப்பதில்லை.
ඒ ගොවි මහත්තුරුන්ට නිසි වෙලාවට නිසි කාලයට පෝර ආගේ දේවල් එනම අම්බන්න ලැබෙන්නේ නැහැ.
அதே போல விளைச்சலுக்கு பின் நெல்லுக்கு சரியான விலையும் கிடைப்பதில்லை.
ඒ වගේම තමයි හස්වන හොඳට තිබුණත් ඒ හස්වනට නැසිලන මිල හම්බෙන්නෙත් නැහැ.
மட்டக்களப்பு மாவட்ட கிழக்கு மாகாணத்திலே ஏனைய மாவட்டங்களில் செய்யப்படும் வேளாண்மைகளுக்கு ஒரு மாதம் முன்பாகவே காலநிலைக்கேற்ப இங்கு வேளாண்மை பயிரிடப்படுகிறது.
සාමාන්‍ය ගත්තාම අනිත් දිස්ත්‍රික් වල සංසන්දනය කරනකොට මේ එක මාසෙට කලින් තමයි මඩකලපු දිස්ත්‍රික්කේ වපුරන්නේ.
ஆனால் உரம் வழங்கப்படுவதும் நெல்லின் விலை நிர்ணயிக்கப்படுவதும் புலனறுவை அனுராதபுரம் மாவட்டங்களை அடிப்படையாக வைத்து செயற்படுவதனால் இந்த மாவட்ட மக்கள் பெரும்பாலும் ஒவ்வொரு போகத்திலும் நஷ்டத்தையே எதிர்கொள்வார்கள்.
ඒ නිසා මේ බිල පාලනය කරනකොට අද පොළොන්නරුව සහ අනුරාධපුර දිස්ත්‍රික් වල ඒවා කරන නිසා ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම හැම කන්නේම හරීම අසාර්ථක විදියට මේ ගොවියන් හරි අපහසුතාවකට ලක් වෙනවා.
அதற்கு மேலாக இந்த மாவட்டத்திலே கால்நடை வளர்ப்பாளர்களின் பிரச்சனை இருக்கின்றது.
ඊට අමතරව ගත්තාම ඊටත් උඩින් තියෙනවා ගව පාලන කරන අයගේ ප්‍රශ්න.
பதிவு செய்யப்பட்ட கால்நடைகள் அதாவது மாடுகள் எருமைகள் 4 லட்சம் இருந்தாலும் பதிவு செய்யப்படாமல் ஒட்டுமொத்தமாக 6 லட்சம் கால்நடைகள் இந்த மாவட்டத்திலே இருக்கின்றன.
ලියාපදිංචි ගවයන් ලක්ෂ 4ක් තිබුණත් මම හිතන්නේ පොදුවේ ලියාපදිංචි නොවන පොදුවේ ගත්තාම මේ දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ සත්ත්ව ගවයන් තියෙනවා ලක්ෂ 6ක්.
இந்த நாட்டிலே பால் உற்பத்தியில் கணிசமான பால் உற்பத்தியை இந்த மாவட்டம் செய்வது மாத்திரமல்லாமல்
මේ රටේ ගත්තොත් ගොඩාක්ම කිරි ඉපදෙන්නේ දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ ගත්තාම මඩකලපු දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ සෑහෙනම රටක් ගත්තොත් පොදුවේ පිටිපුර කිරි ගන්නවා මේ දිස්ත්‍රික්කය තුල.
அந்த கால்நடைகள் பண்ணையாளர்களின் ஒரு சொத்தாக கருதப்படுகின்றது.
එතකොට ඒගොල්ලෝ ඒ කව පාලනයෝ ඒගොල්ලෝගේ වත්කමක් එක ඒ ගොවි මහත්තුරුන්ට.
ஆனால் அந்த கால்நடைகள் மேய்ப்பதற்குரிய மேல்ச்சத்தரை என்பது பெரிய பிரச்சனையாக இருக்கின்றது.
නමුත් ඒ ගවයන් වලට තන බිමක් වෙන කියන්නේ අමාරු තන බිමක් නැහැ.
2010ஆம் ஆண்டு இந்த மாவட்டத்திலே அமைச்சரவை அனுமதியுடன் 68,000 ஏக்கர் மேய்ச்சத்தரைக்காக அளவீடு செய்யப்பட்டது.
2010 වර්ෂයේ ගත්තාම ඇමති මණ්ඩලයේ අනුමැතියත් එක්ක ලක්ෂ එතන ලැජම
68,000
ඒකර. ඔව් ඒ කියන්නේ අක්කර ගත්තොත් 67,000ක් අක්කරයක් අනුමත වුණා. ඒක මණ්ඩල කියලාත් ඕඩර් එක ආවා.
துரதிர்ஷ்டவசமாக அது கெசட் பண்ணப்படவில்லை.
ඒ කියන්නේ ඒක ඇත්ත වශයෙන්ම හරි අවාසනාවන්ත තත්වයක්. ඊට ගැසට් උනේ නැහැ. ගැසට් කරේ නැහැ.
அதனால் எல்லைப்புறங்களிலே வேறு மாவட்டத்தவர்கள் அந்த மேல்ச்சத்தரைகளை ஆக்கிரமித்து சேனைப்பயிர் செய்யும் ஒரு நிலை உருவாகி இருக்கிறது.
ඒ නිසාම මම හිතන්නේ මායිම් ගම්මානවල වෙන දිස්ත්‍රික් වල අය ඇවිල්ලා ඒ ඉඩම් වල හේන්බගා කරනවා. ඒ තත්වයක් උදා වෙලා තියෙන්නේ.
அதனால பண்ணையாளர்கள மாடுகள் தினம் தினம் கொல்லப்பட்டு இறைச்சிக்காகவும் வேறு தேவைகளுக்காகவும் கொல்லப்பட்டு கொண்டிருக்கு.
ඒ නිසා මේ පට්ටිකරුවන්ගේ හරක් දවසින් දවසට මස් වලටත් වෙන වලටත් ඒක විල යනවා මරලා දානවා.
முக்கியமாக மாதவனை மயிலத்தமடு பிரதேசத்திலே 2019ஆம் ஆண்டு அங்கு குடியேறுகிறவர்களை அகற்றியது மாத்திரமல்லாமல் தற்காலிகமாக அமைக்கப்பட்ட ஒரு 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 விகாரை கூட அகற்றப்பட்டிருந்தது.
ඔයක 2019 වර්ෂයේ ගත්තොත් මේ ඒ ප්‍රදේශයේ ගත්තාම මයිලම්මඩු කියන ප්‍රදේශවල තමයි පදිංචි කරුවෝ හිටියා. නමුත් එයා ඉවත් කරා.
මහාවලි අධිකාර
ඊට පස්සේ ඒ විල්ලා ඒ විහාරයකුත් ස්ථාපිත කරලා තිබුණා.
மகாவலி அதிகார சபைதான் அதை அகற்றியது.
ඒකට අවශ්‍ය කටයුතු සියලුම කරේ මහාවලි අධිකාර ඒ කියන්නේ ඔතොරිටි එක.
தற்போது அவர்கள் மீண்டும் அங்கு வந்து விகாரை அமைத்து அந்த பிரதேசத்திலே ஊடுருவி அந்த மாடுகளுக்கு தொல்லை கொடுக்கின்றார்கள்.
එතකොට නැවතත් ඒ කට්ටිය විලා ඒ ප්‍රදේශවල පදිංචි වීගෙන ඒ විහාර නිර්මාණය කරගෙන ඒ ගමේ ඉන්න අයට හරි අපහසුතාවයක් ඇති කරනවා.
எனவே இன்று புதிய கிராமம் புதிய நாடு என்கின்ற ரீதியிலே நாங்கள் இந்த உணவு பாதுகாப்பு கூட்டத்தை நடத்தி கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம்.
අපි අද ගත්තාම අලුත් ගමක් අලුත් රටක් කියන සංකල්පයත් එක්ක තමයි අපි එක්කහුව වෙලා මේ අලුත් රැස්වීම අපි පවත්වාගෙන ඉන්නේ.
புதிய நாடு புதிய நகரம் என்பது எங்களுக்கு எங்களோட பிரதேசத்தை ஒரு அழிக்கும் ஒரு நிகழ்வாகவே நாங்கள் பார்க்கின்றோம்.
ඒ නිසා මේ අලුත් රටක් අලුත් ගමක් කියලා කියන එක අපි හිතන හිටිය බලන විදිහට අපි ප්‍රදේශය විනාශ කරන දෙයක් විදිහට තමයි අපි බලන්නේ.
இந்த உணவு பாதுகாப்பிலே மட்டக்களப்பு மாவட்டம் உணவு உற்பத்தியிலே உணவு உற்பத்தியிலே இந்த நாட்டிற்கு ஒரு பங்களிப்பை செய்கின்றது.
නිසා ආහාර සුරක්ෂිතභාවය ගත්තත් ආහාර නිෂ්පාදනය කිරීමේදීත් මඩකලපු දිස්ත්‍රික්කයේ මේ රටට ලොකු දායාදයක් කරනවා.
அந்த வகையில் இந்த மாவட்டம் பாதுகாக்கப்பட வேண்டும்.
ඒ අනුව මේ දිස්ත්‍රික්කය රැකගත යුතුයි.
இறுதியாக நீங்கள் இன்று தற்போது சாப்பிட்ட கஜு வந்து இந்த மாவட்டத்தின் உள்ளூர் உற்பத்தி.
අවසාන වශයෙන් ඔබතුමා දැන් භුක්ති විඳ ගත්ත කජු ඇවිල්ලා මේ දේශීය නිෂ්පාදනයක් මේ දිස්ත්‍රික්කේ.
மிகவும் ரசித்து சாப்பிட்ட நீங்கள்.
ඊටාම රස විඳ විඳ ඔබ කෑවා මම දැක්කා.
ஆனால் இந்த மாவட்டத்திலே 1000க்கு மேற்பட்ட ஏக்கர் மரமுந்திரி தோட்டத்தை கஜு கோஆபரேஷனால் நடத்திய 1000க்கு மேற்பட்ட ஏக்கர் கஜு தோட்டத்தை இலங்கை பாதுகாப்பு படையினர் கையகப்படுத்தி இருக்கின்றார்கள்.
ඒ වගේ තම අක්කර 1000කටත් වැඩිය කජු වත්ත තිබුණා. අක්කර 1000කටත් වැඩි. ඒ ගත්තම ඒක හමුදාවෙන් ඒක ලබාගෙන අරගෙන.
அதை நம்பி தொழில் செய்த இந்த மாவட்ட மக்களுக்கும் இன்று பொருளாதார கஷ்டமாக இருக்கின்றது, நாட்டிற்கும் பொருளாதார கஷ்டமாக இருக்கின்றது என்பதை கூறி உங்களுக்கு நன்றி கூறிவிட வேண்டும்.
ඒ නිසා ඒක විශ්වාසව ඒකින් එපෙළ ජීවත් වෙච්ච ජනතාවටත් අපහසු වෙලා තියෙනවා. රටටත් දැන් ආර්ථික ප්‍රශ්නයක්, ඒ ගොවි මහතුරුන්ටත් ආර්ථික ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඇති වෙලා කියලා ඔබතුමන්ට ස්තුති කරමින් මම නිහඬ වෙනවා. ස්තුතියි.
It is on an important issue that we have embarked on this program around the country, especially giving priority to food security. You and I all know that last year there was not only a food security warning within Sri Lanka, there was a warning on food security internationally too. The government was able, under the presidency of Ranil Wickremesinghe, to relax some of the obstacles that were an impediment for the farmers to engage in better production work. I feel you would agree with me, all data and statistics agree that the farmers were able to produce and come to a harvest of an unprecedented level over the last few years, which gave Sri Lanka further confidence, for which initially I would like to thank the farmers of Batikalo amidst all the problems they have been facing for being able to produce a very increased yield. It is an important factor. It also gives confidence to our country in the international field. Most of our friendly countries and organizations which have been mentioned by the GA have been supporting the agriculture, livestock and related sectors in Batikalo, that the farmers are able to deliver once again closer to the targets that have been agreed upon. We in Sri Lanka, all across the districts, feel and confident, the President and the government is confident that we would be able to reach self-sufficiency in most of the agricultural produce. Might not be in one season or two. That is why we are assembled to appeal to all of you, the government service, to contribute in the maximum for the production of these targets and to reach these targets. This will not only bring rupees to the farmers, it will also save the dollars that will otherwise have to flow out in order to feed our country, as well as bringing better livelihood conditions in the districts that we are faced. So many issues have been raised in relation to the farmers' problems. Honorable Chandrakanthan, in his initial presentation, Governor, Honorable Minister Nazir Ahmed and members of Parliament did raise. We will give due attention to these along with the officials. There are some areas which has to be solved by way of increased financial assistance. Agree. the situation today is better than we were last year. With the next budget, President plans that we could make an increased allocation to the districts in order to go through their development work. Already our assurances have been given by most of the donor countries where the work had been stopped as a result of financial crisis will be restored, and we look forward from October that these rural projects, district projects that were stalled will be once again able to be launched, which will contribute further in a multiplier effect to the financial services that would be able to benefit from it, and finally the people who are involved in those services and construction sectors. In addition to that, whatever the other complaints, I would once again like to bring to your notice that our ministry is always, my secretary and the officials are, and the two state ministers are always available for any other matters to be raised and to be contacted. Wherever we could, we would support and inquire into the matters and take the necessary steps. Batikalo district is in itself a multifaceted economy that can cater both to our national economy, contribute heavily, as well as become an important district economy for exports. I hope GA, in your development plan, which has to be prepared in the development committee, that a clear development plan framework is established on which we could work the next 2 years. In addition, government president has come, president has visited Batikalo twice, I know, and discussed on other key development projects for this eastern province, where Batikalo also will play an important part in the development process. So there has to be, I agree with Honorable Nazir Ahmed, ad hoc work could take place within the framework of a development plan, where all the sectors have to be brought into the development plan after discussion. I hope all of us could work together in order to reach that higher level of output that the people would expect from all of us. Better living conditions, better education, better health, as mentioned by the governor, better areas of new vocational training, so many aspects on which we could revive our district economy within the provincial development plans, which are also being drafted. In addition, I would like to once again thank for raising the issue on fisheries sector. Fisheries is an important sector in the food security program, and the fishing industry has to benefit depending on the shortage of various items that have been mentioned in the presentation of the government agent. Let us see how we could bring in the fisheries sector in order to increase the productivity, because Batikalo itself has so many water bodies spread across the district which could be harnessed for fish production if we are working to a clear plan and continuity of the programs that is essential in order to achieve a long-term success story. I do not want to take much time. All of us have presented our different aspects of proposals, especially to the farmers organization. I could assure we'll take up the matter early next week in Colombo. We understand the difficulties the paddy farmers are facing because the paddy marketing board is unable to purchase all your produce. We expect the private sector to play a key role. They are not playing a key role. Obviously, the paddy marketing board or some state agency will have to come into the support, assistance, as well as guarantee of the farmers' produce being sold at a clear price. That we will take. We have been able across, you would understand, of reducing the interest rates in the last few months. The interest rates in the banks are going down. Therefore, entrepreneurship, which did not want to take a risk 6 months ago, may consider, I hope, I invite for them to consider more taking interest in the entrepreneur sectors that the government agent mentioned. In addition, once again I would like to thank the divisional secretaries along with the additional secretary who's handling Aswasama program, which is essential. We have to be on our clear calendar and complete this because it is an essential factor in our assistance program that Sri Lanka has received from the IMF. So we have to deliver this in accordance. As I mentioned earlier, the banking sector has to play an important role in the banking sector in our country. We are more savers than lenders. The banking sector every year, of course, publishes, as Prime Minister must mention, publishes billions of profit. But here, with billions of profit, we come and we still find in the district of Batticaloa 43,000 the poorest families not having a bank account. So all these, as we progress, has to be hastened. More digital applications will be made, as our State Minister of Local Government has already planned for all our local government institutions in the district and the province, which we have discussed with the Honorable Governor, which will enhance further the expenditure as well as a more increased revenue which we are all facing in the local government sector. President has appointed, I would repeat once again, the District Development Committee chaired by a Member of Parliament of the district and the co-chairman of some of the district MPs and the Governor. Second lower step has been at the divisional secretary level, divisional development committees have been established also under the leadership of members of parliament. As I mentioned earlier, provincial councils have been dissolved, unable to be elections to be called because they themselves have dissolved into a legal form which has to be repealed in order to enact new legislation, which we are considering. We have discussed this with the President when all the parties met the President last